Hey guys, just wanted to kind of put some thoughts together here on what I'm seeing in the future of sort of real estate in the grand picture. I spent the last 4 days in New York, and things are changing out there, and it's really interesting to me. More than anything, I kind of wanted to get this recorded online, so when it does happen, I can point back to the YouTube date and be like, "See, I told you." I know everyone talks about the death of big retail and how, you know, the big box stores are dying and all that, and I agree completely. But I think there's a huge change, even on a more micro level than that, down a few more levels. And I'm starting to see it even here in New York, where storefronts are not necessarily what you need to be successful. And sort of the prime example, I saw this today. I walked all over Times Square, where you have these massive stores, H&M, and I can't even remember who else, just major brand names. And they all have these massive, probably 50, 60, 70, maybe 100,000 square feet of rentable space in this prime area. And it's crazy. And they're doing everything they can to get people through their door because they got to pay that rent. And I haven't looked into it, but I know from from Vancouver, the prices I see, $100 a square foot. I mean, they're probably a little lower than that because of the amount they're renting, but not much. And that's a big amount of money. And then I walked across the Brooklyn Bridge into Dumbo, which is more of I wouldn't say up and coming. I think it's come, but it's a more modern area, and I think the rents are probably 75% of what they would be in Times Square. And the buildings there are going for huge money now. Rent is $6,500 a month for a 900 square foot 2-bedroom with no view. New building, but still. And then I was walking down the street, and there was a Land Rover, older Defender, 90 I think, with a trailer, and a sign on it that says Rival New York pop-up. And they had found parking stalls, put their merch out, put it on their Instagram, their Facebook, whatever other means they use. I didn't look into it too much. And they had a line of people. And I didn't think to take pictures of this because it didn't clue into me till later. But they're not paying rent. They're not paying insurance for their area, electricity, advertising for a single spot. They've built a brand, and they've built a brand with followers, and now they're marketing directly to those followers. And they've skipped that whole retail setup. And if I was a follower over there, I would know where to find them, know where to get their clothes, and I'm sure I could order online as well. But they essentially just cut out bricks and mortar from their entire equation, but they still have a quote-unquote physical presence where they can have people come and physically feel their clothes and their items. And was fascinating to me. And then I realized that this is sort of the future of retail, and that all of these other retailers, and I walked through Tribeca after this, and I saw your Versace and your Michael Kors and all these places who are paying for smaller stores but still huge money on rent. They've all been left behind because they expect people to come to them. And whereas these new retailers are telling people, hey, this is where we are, you can come to us now, or we'll be somewhere else later. And they're skipping that whole rent. And when this changes, these people will be handcuffed to these leases, because I guarantee they're not 6-month, 8-month, 9, 12-month, 24-month leases. They probably had to sign a 5 or 10-year lease on these spots at astronomical prices. And the landlords aren't going to let them out because they want the money as long as they can. And these guys would be able to find cheaper space, probably better, as this retail apocalypse happens. So this sort of just some thoughts I wanted to put out there. And I see the age of digital marketing in the retail, and being more of a retailer to follower or retail to consumer marketing and buying trend that's not online, that, you know, it's not even Amazon or whatever. It's, hey, come to my pop-up shop, but not even a pop-up shop. Like, hey, we're going to be here for 4 hours, come buy stuff. You know, pop-ups, still you're paying rent for a lot less time, and that was the trend, and I think you're moving beyond that. And it's really going to be interesting to me to see what happens. So I just kind of wanted to put my thoughts together on that and just kind of date this September 25th, 2017, and say, I think I see it coming. So thanks, guys.